Today we're talking Tag Heuer goes Premier League. So on April 26th, 2016, Tag Heuer and the Premier League held two events at exactly the same time, one in Hong Kong and one in London, and the announcement was that Tag Heuer were becoming the first official Timekeeper and Watch Brand of the Premier League. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. But first, if you don't know who Tag Heuer are or don't know much about them, I'll go through a brief history of the brand and tell you about them. So in 1860, Edward Heuer created a workshop in Switzerland, and he was 20 years old at the time, and that obviously became Heuer, and that's one of the main things. People call it Tag, people call it Heuer. It's obviously now Tag Heuer, but originally started as Heuer back in 1860. In 1887, Edward Heuer invented the oscillating pinion, so this is a major component in today's watches as well. He painted it at the time, and it's actually a pinion, which you see here, which goes inside a mechanical chronograph and allows a chronograph to start, stop and runs quite smoothly as well. And this oscillating pinion was the part that made that happen as well, so quite a big piece in the history of watchmaking. Jumping forward now to 1962, not many people know this, but Tag Heuer were actually the first watch brand in space. In 1962, John Glenn, a US-American astronaut, went aboard the Friendship 7 spacecraft and did the first US manned mission into space, and he had on him a Tag Heuer pocket watch at the time. So that was actually the first watch brand in space in 1962. Jumping forward a little bit more to 1969, where Tag Heuer launched the first water-resistant square chronograph, which was the Monaco. 2 years later was actually when it actually really hit off, when Steve McQueen wore the watch in the famous film Le Mans, and suddenly the Monaco with the blue face and crown on the left hand side became iconic from that film. Great piece of film that is. So jumping forward to 1985 was when Heuer became Tag Heuer. They teamed up with Technique Avant-Garde, which is a holding company which has its fingers in car racing, aviation, many sports, and Heuer became Tag Heuer, which gave them the technology to really develop watch brand and really push things a bit further. Jumping way ahead now to 2004, where once again Tag Heuer really sort of redefined watchmaking with the Monaco V4. So this was the first watch to not use gears and cogs to make it work, which watches were always done. Instead it was using driven belts and weight to make the watch work. Jumping ahead another 6 years to 2010, Tag Heuer launched the Carrera 1887. The movement itself, the 1887, is also paying tribute to the year the oscillating pinion was launched, and this was Tag Heuer's in-house movement of 1887 and was featured in the chronograph Carrera 1887. 5 years later, Tag Heuer, 2015, was when Apple released the Apple Watch. So one more than a year before that they launched that. So in 2015, Tag Heuer launched Connected. And this is also Tag Heuer's version of a smartwatch. Difference being, Tag Heuer actually make it look like a watch as well as it being a computer as well. There's a brilliant video on YouTube, I'll put the link down here, where you can see actually about this watch a bit more. Jumping to 2016, also this year, Tag Heuer revealed the partnership with the Premier League, and that's what we're talking about in today's video. So let's go. So what does this mean? Tag Heuer becoming the first official Timekeeper and Watch Brand of the Premier League, starting from 2016-2017. Well, basically, first off, the substitution board, instead of being your rectangle substitution board, will be a Tag Heuer Carrera displaying what substitutions are happening. So you're going to see that every Premier League game as well. You're also going to see the Tag Heuer logo, probably around the stadiums and on the screen, and you're going to see the "Don't Crack Under Pressure" slogan on the screen as well. This is every Premier League game, so Match of the Day, BT Sports, Sky Sports, whichever channel the Premier League game will be on, that's where you're going to see a Tag Heuer sponsorship as well. What does it mean for the Premier League itself? Well, the referees will all going to be wearing the Tag Heuer Connected watch on their wrist, so this is going to allow them to keep good time as well as keep time the match. Going to have a stopwatch on it as well, and it's also probably used for other things for the referee as well. But Tag Heuer, so they dipped their feet into the football with Cristiano Ronaldo as their first sort of football ambassador a couple of years ago. They've also, as well as become the sponsorship of the Premier League, they've also got Claudio Ranieri as their new ambassador as well, which summons up the "Don't Crack Under Pressure" in the football world. What does it mean for the Premier League as well going forward with Tag Heuer? Will Tag Heuer look to push the limits? So no doubt they're going to offer their insight to the football world as well as the Premier League being involved with maybe Tag Heuer's future watches that they make. Let's say Cristiano Ronaldo, he has a special Formula 1 watch, so there's probably going to be some sort of Premier League watch coming out soon for Tag Heuer. So this is quite a big deal. You'll probably see other watch brands now try and get involved in more sports, become sponsors more of what they're doing as well. But for Tag Heuer and the Premier League, this is a big step forward, and no doubt the next coming season, 2016-17, we're going to see Tag Heuer really at the forefront of the watch industry, being displayed everywhere, and no doubt their sales will obviously rise from that as well. I look forward to it very much so. So that's today's quick little video about this news. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.